Hello, welcome back to the Villa View. It's time for a match preview, stroke a little bit of a review from the Wigan game for Villa's game against Yeovil in the League Cup.
So before we come on to Yeovil, we're going to talk a little bit about Wigan first. So Dan, just talk to me a little bit about what your thoughts were on our first home game of the season.
First of all, it was great to be back at Villa Park. It was looking lovely as ever. The pitch was looking fantastic compared to last season, to be fair. But I thought we were a bit lucky. To be honest, I'm not one to sit here and complain about winning, but I did think we rode our luck on a number of occasions, and obviously on a couple of occasions we got punished for making mistakes. But I just thought we were quite sloppy in general, a lot of loose passing, and I think a few players really struggled. I'm not including the goalkeeper in that because I don't really put him at fault, but I thought Jedinak had a very iffy game, but I don't really hold him responsible because I don't think he should be playing there. It's not his position. He doesn't look comfortable there at all. I thought Bjarnason got away with it a bit by scoring in stoppage time because I thought he looked off the pace as well, to be fair. And I really like Bjarnason, and I think he's had some really good games for us over the last season. I thought he was very good when he came in the second half of the season, but I thought he looked off the pace. But when you pop up with a goal, it doesn't really matter. McGinn looked very good, as good a debut as you could hope for. It's good to see Jack playing. I think Codger just needs a goal. I think if he gets a goal, I think he'll maybe go back to the Codger of a few seasons ago. I think his confidence is just lacking, and obviously he hasn't played very much over the last year or so. So hopefully he'll get going soon. And I thought we just lumped crosses in all game, to be fair. But then I think towards the end, when Connor came on, I think he actually had the nous to get his head up and put the ball into a dangerous area, and we got a goal because of that. I did think we were just lumping the ball into the box, which in some ways I think Wigan's centre-backs were there for the taking, and they were making a lot of mistakes, but it just strikes me as being a bit aimless sometimes, so I'd like to see us work on that. But 6 points from 2 games, I'm happy. I
think there are a few moments in the game that a little bit shades of pre-season. Players like you say, beyond not quite up to scratch. Obviously he came back later due to the World Cup. Same with Jedinak, he's playing a position that obviously isn't really his position. Like he'll win your headers all day, but his positioning and that sort of thing. It's a whole different game being a central defender to a holding midfielder. Codger, as you say, he is that goal away, we hope, from coming in and looking like the striker that we need to fire in 15-20 goals if we want to get promoted. At the moment, it's just not quite ticking just yet, but there's definitely plenty of positive signs there. McGinn, Grealish, Chester still here, so things to be positive about for sure.
It's positive because we've got 6 points, and the last 2 seasons in the Championship we haven't really started that brilliantly, so it's a solid start. And I think when you looked at the fixtures at the start of the season, you did think it was a relatively kind fixture list, the first 6 or 7 games. So to have come out with 6 points, obviously we couldn't have asked for more. Maybe it's good to win when you're not playing well, and obviously I think from here I think we can only get better. I still think there's a couple of players to come in. I think there's a few positions that need sorting. The goalkeeper will get better with time. I think he was just that horror back pass from Jedinak and the way it went in, I think that shook him, to be honest, on his debut. But I'm sure he's a strong character, and I'm sure he'll bounce back from that. There's competition now in central midfield. I mean, I can only presume that Jedinak would have played on a Monday against Hull if he'd not been ill. But I feel sorry for Elphick because I don't think he's done much wrong, and at the moment, again, no disrespect to Jedinak because I don't think he's a centre-back. I'd rather see Elphick playing there, but I think long term it'll be Twanzebe that moves across and plays next to Chester.
I was saying to somebody before we started fan cams, I think before you came down, that it feels like we've been waiting for a couple more signings to come in before we can fully get our team properly. Like how, sort of like you'd think if we're going to bring in a right midfielder, and obviously Snodgrass is the name that's been linked, that means that Elmo can probably come back to right back.
Yeah.
And whoever played right back, was it Twanzebe played right back against Wigan?
I didn't like that.
So Twanzebe can then go to centre back, which means Jedinak can maybe come into midfield or go back to the bench. So it feels like you sign a right mid, but you get to sort out your right back and centre back because people are playing out of position. So it does feel like early days. And I think I said to you on the last preview that this team we've got is good enough to get us through these first couple of games. But we need, if there is those 2 or 3 loan signings to come, we need to sort of hurry up about it so we can get that first 11 nailed into place now.
Yeah, there'll definitely be 2 incomings on loan, I would think. I mean, over the years, Villa just have this fascination of playing people out of position. I mean, we had a centre-back at right-back, a defensive midfielder at centre-back, a right-back at left-back. No wonder it was a bit of a mishmash performance at the back and mistakes were being made because there's 3 people in the back 4 playing out of position and the goalkeeper playing his first game. So I think mistakes are bound to happen. I mean, McGinn obviously is the other side of that. He came in and did very well, although I thought it was harsh Connor being taken out, because I don't think he's done much wrong since, especially at the start of the season and last season. I don't think he's done much wrong, but it's good to have competition for places, and he came on and made an impact, and I'm sure he'll fight to get back in the side.
We talked a little bit about Horahan earlier on today, the two of us, and the sort of midfield that we like to see is McGinn, Horahan and Grealish as a three. I think somebody questioned it on Twitter whether that would work. I feel like it would. I think you'd need Horahan and McGinn to track back a lot and do their defensive duties well. You'd need Jack to come back a little bit at times too, which he's shown in the past. Sometimes he'll chase down a guy right into the back of his half and put a tackle in. You'd also need your wide players to be a little bit more defensive, considering there isn't that allocated holding midfield man there. But I think it would work. I just feel like maybe Bruce trusts the team a little bit better if you can rely on a Whelan or a Jedinak type to sit back and allow the players to go forward. But I feel like Horahan, Grealish and McGinn as a three, I think, are smart enough players to know when to come and when to go and when to sit back and things like that. So personally I think it'd work, but obviously I'm not a football manager, thank God for everyone else, but that's what I'd like to see if it was up to me.
I mean, yeah, I get why people think you need a designated sitting midfielder. I mean, to be fair, most good teams over the years have had one, but I remember when Lee Hendry and Thomas Hitzelsberger ended up playing together when Gavin McCann was injured, and neither of them is particularly a sitting midfielder. But I remember speaking to Thomas and him saying, well, when Lee goes, I know that I need to sit, and with the three of them, if two of them have gone, you'd expect the other one to have enough nous and enough game intelligence to think, I can't come forward here because I need to sit. I mean, those three in midfield would be frightening. I think there's a bit of everything in there. There's goals, there's assists, there's dribbling, and they all work hard. So I don't see any reason why that couldn't happen. That would be what I'd be trying out. And Horahan's played as a bit of a sitter at times. He sacrificed himself for the team for, I'd say, a third of last season as a midfield sitter in a two. So I see no reason why we can't try that. It's something I'd be looking to try because I think it'd be devastating going forward.
So we're going to the big game now, the Carabao Cup, Yeovil Town. Dan, please tell me you've done some research ahead of this one.
I mean, I tried, and I looked at it, and I've got to be honest, I lost interest quite quickly. I looked through their team that played on Saturday. They had a 2-2 draw. I didn't know any of them were. So at that point, I thought there isn't much point in me looking into this too much. I mean, they've drawn one and lost one, I think, at the start of the season, Yeovil. The only thing I really came up with was that they wear green, so that our third shirt's not going to be green. That was about the best information I came up with from my research. But I don't know whether I really care about the Carabao Cup that much. It'd be lovely to have a cup run, but I don't think the club will care too much. So if we have a cup run, great. But if we don't, again, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. It is what it is. Some people won't like that, but that's just how I feel. It's kind of a distraction, and there's no way we'll play a first choice 11 tomorrow, I wouldn't think. No. So, as I say, it is what it is.
I think there might be a few more first team players in the starting 11 than you might first think, though. Yeah,
there's a few that need more games, like Codger, for example. I'd say. Yeah. Give him a game, get him that goal, give him some confidence, hopefully, and it will change his fortunes a little bit. Neeland in goal, I think giving him another game will be a good thing. Yeah. I know Maria probably needs to adapt to English football as well, but Neeland's going to be a goalkeeper this season. Give him another game to bed himself in, especially after it ended up being quite a bad day for him through not much fault of his own. So I'd give him another chance. Certainly, it's the likes of Chester, Jack. It's not worth playing them, in my opinion, because they're so important. And if they get injured in this game, it could curtail your league season. So what's the point?
Would you want to run us through the team that we've sort of settled on then, and I'll throw the fancy graphic on screen?
I mean, if I can try and remember it, I'll try. So we've gone for Neeland in goal. We've gone for right back Delat returning from suspension, but to be honest, it could quite easily be James Bree. Hutton and Elphick centre backs, but again, Hutton could quite easily be James Bree because he's played centre back before. Neil Taylor at left back, Whelan, Lansbury and Horahan in the midfield three, with Whelan as that designated sitter, Adoma and Codger flanking Hepburn Murphy up front. It'd be nice to see him get his first goal for the club, to be fair.
So then we'll finish up, because it's absolutely roasting in my room and I've got to go. Finish up with a prediction like we always do.
You go.
What are you going to go for?
No, you go.
I'm going first. Is this so you can put a bet on and copy what I go for?
I won't be copying you. Even a stop clock tells the right time twice a day, brother.
I'm going to go... I can already think of your reaction now. I'm going to go 4-0.
No, I don't say that.
Just get a load of goals and be comfortable. Play the players you want to play. Rotate it. Take them off. Get everyone some minutes and just score a few goals. Have a good time. Go home.
I'm going to go 2-1 Villa.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, tight. I can't remember who we played in the early round last season, but I've got a feeling it ended up being quite tight.
Did we play Wigan?
Yeah, now we did play them at some point. We played someone away in the first game, and I'm sure we won 2-1 or 2-0. It was quite tight. I remember Hogan scored a really scrappy goal.
Good knowledge.
Yeah, I'll go for 2-1, and I'll go for Codger to get off the mark with a penalty. So that's it for today's match preview / review of the Wigan game. If you can give this video the big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, that would be absolutely fantastic. And if you're not subscribed to the Villa View with your post notifications on, if you could also do that, that would be much appreciated by us all. Comment below with your thoughts and predictions ahead of the Yeovil game. Are you like me? Are you a bit ambivalent towards the League Cup, or do you care? You want Villa to have a big cup run? Let us know in the comments. Dolan and myself will be back in the booth on Wednesday night, so that podcast should be with you on Thursday. It'd be good to have the man with the most famous hair in Villa history with me in that booth instead of Tom Julian, so make sure you're tuning in to catch that. Thanks ever so much for all your support you give the channel. Really, really appreciate it. Up the Villa. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.